Hi, it's me, Nellie Morton, Māori President, back here again to speak a little bit today about a lot today about um, the pedophilia network that was trafficking children in Orewa and what I believe is also in the Puhoi area and my new flatties. The Puhoi area and also what was the other area? Um, I just want to focus my efforts around the Orewa and Puhoi area. Oh, and the Whangaparaoa area and probably Silverdale as well. Um, and I just want to talk a little bit. Actually, it's a little bit annoying talking about this here in this new place at my new place here in Forest Hill with the blue lampshade. Um, because the people around me, actually, I'm going to go and close the window. I'm going to go and close the window. People can hear me talking just outside my door. So I wonder if I could maybe talk about this quietly. Like, maybe even whisper it. Yeah, that whispering though. Okay, 1 second. Okay, that takes care of that, but um, but it doesn't quite take care of. Sorry, I'm just going to pause this video for a second. And we're back. Okay, so actually, I'm going to close this window too. So here I am, pregnant, don't forget, pregnant with twins, possibly triplets, and I am speaking about what is most impressed upon my mind at the moment, which is the pedophilia network that was trafficking children in the Orewa and Hibiscus Coast area. Um, Connected with that was the people being burned beneath the Auckland District Court. Whether they were being burned alive or burned while dead, I'm not 100% certain. I feel that because of the VATs that I've spoken about in my affidavits, that most of them were dead. Um, but unfortunately, the people involved in this type of conspiracy get a lot of pleasure from seeing the pain of other people. They are sadists. And so burning children alive, or even people like they did to me in the executions, um, is basically a it's all connected, you see. It's all connected. So what do we have? Let's put our pieces on the our chess pieces on the chessboard. So we've got so through my investigations as a police detective on the New Zealand Police Force, I became a police officer in 1995, and through those through my work, through my undercover work, I have discovered that they were burning people beneath the Auckland District Courts. I have discovered that a paedophile network that was trafficking children and women and men too, I think, um, in the Hibiscus Coast area. And I want to know if if other people remember around the year 2005, even earlier, whether there was smoke coming out of any of the other district courts in the New Zealand region, because this was undoubtedly a way that they were burning people alive, burning people while they were dead, like they did to me. So the chess pieces are the courts were burning people, dead or alive. The um, Hibiscus Coast region had a paedophile network that was trafficking children, men and women too. They also had in the Puhoi area. They had they had rituals going on where they was literally sacrificing people to demonic forces, or just enjoying the whole sadistic pleasure of it. You've got my executions, so me being a detective, um, and investigating all of these things, they had me publicly executed. And then, if I'm not mistaken, I was picked up by a jeep after one of my first executions outside New World in Orewa. And there are videos that have gone viral about that execution when I came back to life after being gassed and burned alive. Um, Gosh, I honestly don't even like to remember that. And of course, the community took turns executing me, murdering me. And that's what happens when you have starlight powers, and like Jesus did, and you can come back to life. And, well, really, I've got to be something of a celebrity by now, but still I'm having to prove my innocence, which is what the second part of this video is about. So I'm just talking quietly here because people can hear next door, so I hope you can hear me okay. Um, wow, you're talking to someone who's been, oops, my babies are moving. Um, yes, I'm pregnant. Yeah, I mentioned that. Okay, so you're talking to somebody who comes back from death every time I'm murdered. So many people want to murder me because of the conspiracy that I've been uncovering in this country of Aotearoa, New Zealand. And far out, here I am, still surviving. Still surviving. I just want to give you a quick update before I talk about my chess pieces. So, Māori mental health, I'm now under Māori mental health, or in the process of being put under Māori mental health. And they are listening to what I have to say, whereas New Zealand government, New Zealand mental health, don't want to hear what I have to say. They just want to keep trying to execute me, keep trying to put me down, keep trying to put me under. And it's quite funny because I'm laughing about it now because Māori mental health are being really kind to me so far. Though I have some conflicts with a couple of them from previous years. And I've got a case coming up in court to do with my property at 9B Penton Road in Stanmore Bay, that my adopted dad, or my real dad's lawyer, um, bought for me with my inheritance money that my adopted father, left to me. Or my real father, I'm not sure. I'm still investigating that. So I've got a court case coming up about that. There's going to be a hearing to determine whether or not I have a rehearing about my property. I'm going to be applying for legal aid for that. Possibly not. Yeah, possibly I will be. But I need to work with a honest police officer who's willing to hear my side of the story. So many people got away with lying about me to get me executed because of my memory loss. Dylan is one of the big instigators for that. Honestly, I'm laughing. I'm laughing about this guy, Dylan, because It's like a lot of criminals like him see that the only way out is to tell more lies to cover up crimes, and they think that's going to save them forever. But it's not going to save them from a truth warrior like me. It's funny though. It's funny how they seem to think that it will. Um, yes, there are other people in the house. I don't know if you heard that. Just ignore that. Focus, focus in on me. I laugh at the people who think that who have told lies to get me executed. I think it's quite funny. I think it's funny that that, that they thought I was going to die. It's not funny being executed though. Oh my god, I barely like to think about it because I don't want to relive the experience. And through slipstreaming, I can relive experiences. So I really don't want to relive that experience. But I just like to, yeah. What was I talking about? Oh, before I talked about the chess pieces. Oh yeah, I was giving you an update. So that's where things are at. I'm now living in Forest Hill. Um, I have asked my um, I said, no, I'm not going to tell you that one. Um, so I'm now living in Forest Hill, um, and I'm awaiting a court case from the Albany District Court. I know which courtroom they're going to put me in. It's the courtroom that sinks down so that when you walk out of it, you walk into a dark place where they traffic human beings. Yes, unfortunately, it's still going on. It is still going on. And and it's really, really sad. It's really, really sad. I just want to change subjects for a second, and I'll come back to the chess pieces I wanted to talk about. Did you guys know? And this is really spiritual knowledge that I'm going to impart with you now. Did you guys know that what's been happening to me, where I'm constantly being murdered after murder after murder after murder after murder, and coming back to life each time? Did you know that this was also happening to Jesus Christ? Did you guys actually realize this? You know the Last Supper that they had, where I think it was at the Last Supper, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was at the Last Supper where those Roman guards came in and Judas Iscariot sold out Jesus. They wanted to know which one was Jesus. Um, the same thing has happened to me. I've had people, the mental health people, just literally come to my house, take me away, and try and murder me. That's what's happened to me by mental health before, and many, many other people. I've actually lost count of how many times I've been murdered. I would estimate it to be at least 50 times, at least. So anyway, yeah. So that's my spiritual truth bomb that I'm imparting with you right now, and that is that Jesus Christ went through what I'm going through as well. And when he was publicly executed, and that's why they had the Last Supper, because that's why it was his Last Supper before he got executed. Um, that was government. That was literally a government execution. So he his Judas sold him out, showed him which 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 one was Jesus, and then they took him and then they crucified him and whipped him, and they made him out to be a criminal, just like they've done to me. They've made Jesus out to be a criminal, exactly like they did to me, when in actual fact, I'm innocent, and so was Jesus. And I proudly liken myself to Jesus because Jesus Jesus had really good morals. He he understood, you know, the values that I hold near and dear to me. Um, yeah, there's a vision coming into my mind a lot lately. Um, oh, I think it's the great time. Bear with me. It's just think about what I've told you for a second. I've been murdered so many times. The same thing was happening to Jesus because people were so jealous of his powers, his healing powers. He could walk on water. I can fly. You know, he had a starlight. People hated that. That's what's been happening to me, you guys. Oh my gosh, looks like this video is a video about my innocence. That is what has been happening to me. People have been so jealous of my starlight powers. Honestly, I shine like a frickin' angel. I shine like an angel. I have, I pretty much have the same sort of angelic mindset as Jesus, as any angel would, as my angelic children do. My starlight is incredible. The people who have seen it know this to be true. It's been caught on camera. It was caught on camera at a service station in Avondale once when some guy did a drive off. And then, if I'm not mistaken, I made it on Police 107. I'm not sure if Police 107 was going at that time, but I made it on Police 107 at the counter, and my starlight was shining, and it was caught on camera. And they were wondering, you know, what the heck? What the heck? So why is she shining? And I think it was times like that that I came under the scrutiny of various people. Hopefully I've told you about the Holocaust conspiracy. And just to recap that, the reason they were murdering and gassing the Jews in Germany is because they too had starlights. They were just trying to kill off the starlighters. They didn't really care about the ones that didn't have starlights. They just wanted to kill all the people that had starlights like me. So I'm thinking to myself, and I'm digressing now. I know I'm supposed to be talking about my chess pieces, but I'm digressing now. I want to talk a little bit about. Oh, let me roll me a cigarette. Yes, I'm pregnant. I know I shouldn't be smoking, but stress, stress. So, so that's it. That's why they label the Jews with a yellow star, because they were trying to exterminate the starlighters like me. Now that leads me to think, well, who was my real mum and who was my real father? Why am I such a why am I all about love and truth and honesty and justice, like a lot of people are, like many children are? Oh, poor darlings. I feel so sorry for children. Children who are abused often end up like a lot of the adults I'm trying to open your eyes to, who rape little children. But that's not true of everyone. That's just true of many, so many. In fact, yeah, you know, I'm digressing again. But it's just amazing. It's just yeah. See what happens when I start. Okay, so I'm thinking about who my real mother and father were, and also because of the fact that I often have twins, I often give birth to twins and triplets, and possibly quadruplets as well. I've yet to find out about that. But because the egg split, you see, the egg often splits in me. So, given the fact that I have twins, I'm starting to wonder if I myself am an actual twin and if I have a starlighting twin out there. And if I do, then of course I'm going to share my money with her or him. I feel like she's a her. I feel like I'm a twin girl. I feel like I'm a twin girl. I feel like I've got a twin. I possibly have a triplet brother out there. Gosh, how amazing. How amazing. I also wonder who my real parents were. Like my real nationality, what race my real parents were. I look Māori, I feel Māori, but I also feel international, like I've got other blood in me, like I must be, I must be part Jewish. I must be part Jewish. Well, where else did I get my starlight from? It must have been because I was told by an old lady in Orewa that some of the Jews who were trying to escape the Holocaust in Germany stowed away to our country, obviously on ships, and and they came here to hide. And I believe some of those starlighters had sex with Māori people, and that's what created people like me, or or God just decided that since I was going to do so much good with my life, that I should just have a starlight. So I must have. Given how I know starlights are passed down, I've gifted a few starlights to my children. Um, and oh, there you are, precious girl. I'm just seeing one of my girls very clearly who I bought a music box for. Gosh, she was the most beautiful girl in the world. Ebony black hair, fair skin. God, she was beautiful. She is beautiful. Oh, gosh. Hang on, let me just open this window. Oh, that's better. And so I'm working on finding out who I must have had a starlight mother. I must have had a starlight mother, and I think she must have been from one of the starlighters that came over from Germany. Sometimes starlights, actually, in all honesty, starlights are not hereditary. Starlights are gifted. Starlights are gifted. But I also think that not everyone shines, but they've still got powers. I also hate the people who steal powers. So anyway, getting back to my innocence, this has all happened to me, the executions, because I discovered the paedophilia network in Orewa and in the Hibiscus Coast that was trafficking children, that involved people in the Orewa Police Department, the executions, and then the burning of people in the New Zealand courts, under the New Zealand courts. I mean, this all points to the Masonics, because the Masonics are the builders, and they're the and to pull this whole thing off, they had to have a lot of underground places, and really good builders build these underground places that have rooms, um, flushing toilets. um, there's a lot of underground places, and they were being trafficked to judges, some of these children. I'm just seeing a lot of this, because I'm also connecting the fact that there was a judge from the Auckland District Court who was raping children and trafficking them in long black bags. So this is all coming together. This is all coming together. And here I am, still alive, still alive. You couldn't kill me. But you will probably try again, but please don't. I really, really, really am scared of dying. I'm really, really scared of dying. And I just want people to understand that I'm innocent, and that that I'm innocent, and that they were just jealous of my starlight and my starlight powers, and they tried to kill me, and they did all this to me for the same reasons why they did it to the starlighters as part of the Holocaust in Germany. So that's why, guys. Anyway, back to the chess pieces. See, it's all coming together. So not everyone in our country is guilty, and I'm relying on all the guilt-free people who are not pedophiles, who who are just as keen to expose this pedophilia network as I am, that I've been investigating for the past 25 years. And to save myself, I've just got to come out in the open about it, so that more and more people know why they keep trying to kill me. And I'm still under the Mental Health Act now, but the good news is Māori Mental Health Act are looking at taking me out of the Mental Health Act, and hopefully they'll stop drugging me at some point too. And a lot of what I'm saying here, I'm also going to say at my Māori Mental Health meeting that is coming up soon. They're doing a pōwhiri for me on Thursday at 44 Taharoto Road, so in North Shore. So this is a very exciting time for me. And I'm hoping that my dear, dear friend Dylan is going to um, lend me a bit of money today. It's the last time I'm going to ask him to borrow money, because hopefully my friend in France is going to help me out to buy a vehicle soon. And I need a vehicle because I'm pregnant with twins, maybe triplets. Um, and I should have all this. I should be, look, I'll start doing proper interviews. I'll start doing proper reporting once I'm free from the Mental Health Act. I'll start doing proper reporting about the network of pedosexuals who I believe were largely related to the Masonic cult, who were largely part of the Masonic cult in our country. Um, I really do want to just create a lot of exposure about it and see how much of it is still going on today. Now, as I said, they've got this court case for me coming up at the Albany District Court, and if you remember my video about the Big Down Under conspiracy, which is entitled Big Down Under Conspiracy, if you just scroll down below this video, a few videos, about 3 or 4 videos, you'll see what I'm saying about the Big Down Under conspiracy and how it all ties in with why. Look, I've lost my train of thought. Sorry. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh no, I'm sorry. Missed the boat. Lost the train. Um, so anyway, yeah, that's how. Oh yeah, my court case coming up. Um, my court case coming up. They have a courtroom at the Albany District Courts that lowers down into. I think it's courtroom 2. It lowers down into the basement, into a basement compartment where when the person walks out the door, they walk into a dark room, and people, whistleblowers, are all just done away with that way. So it's really, really scary stuff. Scary about the fact that it's still happening in our country. It's still happening. They are so bold, so brazen that it's still happening in our country. And I believe I've been the only one for the last 25 years trying to expose this. I think some people have discovered it and have probably been done away with. But the only reason I'm still alive to tell you about this now is because of my starlight powers and the fact that I keep coming back from death, from the worst deaths. And look, guys, I've been burned alive, as you'll see on my moagovt.org website. I've been burned alive so many times. So many times I've been stabbed, cut up while alive. I mean, you know, please, I've had enough of being murdered. I've had enough. So I'm hoping that now that all my memories are back, all my really close friends, all the people who support me, all the people who love me, all the people who believe in my innocence, and all the people who know I'm innocent, I'd like them to all contact me and let's get some love going. Let's get some love going. Some moral love I'm talking about, not the orgy kind of love. Well, let's let's have a moral orgy. There you go. I just crossed that line. And by that I mean let's all get together and make morals trendy again. There's so much of my work that I've written that other people are claiming credit for now. And I'm not happy about that. They should have still given me the credit for it. Plagiarism. There's a lot of plagiarism going on. And I'm changed. I'm a stronger person now. I used to be quite a weak, not weak, I didn't used to be weak. Oh, I was weak emotionally and mentally because I was a very, very sensitive, loving, caring sort of person when all of the executions and the lies got told about me. And I'm hoping that all the people who have told lies about me are willing to come forward and admit to that if I promise them immunity under Māori government, under the moral government of Aotearoa NZ. That's what, I've changed it from the Māori government to the moral government of Aotearoa NZ, because we've got so many different nationalities here, so many different races. It's important that we do right by all the people here, not just Māori. So it's going to win me some votes. But anyway, the time is coming up to 6 o'clock. In half an hour, I'm going to walk in the dark to a dairy that's going to be closed. Oh no, I might have to catch a bus. I might have to catch a bus. Oh no, I'm going to ring up the local dairy. Because I'm hungry. See, I've been eating oranges and bread all day. It's reminded me of Jesus, eating bread and drinking water. So I'm hungry for some real food, and all I want is a pie and a Coke. Probably two pies and a Coke. And yeah, so wow, I'm gonna have babies soon. Okay, chess pieces. Blah blah blah. I've talked about the chess pieces. Now it's just time to go out in the community and start interviewing people about their knowledge of my executions, etc., etc. Okay, well, that's me, guys. That's my video. I'm done. It's 1 minute past 6. I'll upload this and I'll talk to you more. Oh, no, before I go, I've got to talk very quickly about one of my little girls who was being kept underground. Well, not just one of them. I'd imagine a few of them were. But one was being kept underground in a place in Orewa that's now been covered up. The underground compartment has now been covered up, or possibly a building built over it, so it might still be there. And this is how they were trying to exterminate Māori from our own country. And so this must have been going on in the days of Apira Ngata as well, because he noticed that there were only about 300 Māori left in the country. And he made mention of that fact. So yeah, they're still trying to exterminate us, but we're good breeders. We breed. And then another place, one of my girls was being hidden underground, was at a judge's home in the Hibiscus Coast. He too had an underground apartment, and he used to put her underground to punish her when she maybe wouldn't suck a stick or wouldn't cooperate with sexual activities, or was just standing up for her rights. He'd put her underground naked with no clothing. And she is telling him what I'm telling now about her, which is why he's doing it. And he's doing it in the past, and I'm speaking it out here in the future for the whole world to know. And that's why they keep wanting to murder me. Bye. Bye for now.